Welcome, everybody, to the last meeting of the spring 2022 semester. Yes.
I wanted to gift the president for one last time since she's going out. And I think we used to have a gavel, right? No? Okay, well, the outgoing president now gets a new gavel. So I figured it'd be nice to use it for your last meeting.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I made a promise to myself that I wasn't going to cry, so y'all hold me to that. That's what the banquet's for, right? Okay. Before we get started, I just did want to set some ground rules for those of you that are new in the room. First of all, welcome. We're glad to have you. But the way it will work, of course, you don't have voting power until you're sworn in. So prior to you being sworn in, raising your hand, doing the oath, all of that, if you just will not vote in any voting matters. Cool. Everybody clear on that? Fantastic. With that note, we will go ahead and get started. Let me share my screen with the agenda. Actually, we'll start with the minutes. Hopefully those of you in the room that are current senators have already received the minutes for the 5th and the 12th. I'd like to go and vote on both of them. Do we need to review anything on either? Okay. Seeing no questions, I entertain a motion to vote to approve the April 5th and April 12th minutes. Okay, it was carried and seconded. All in favor, please raise your hand or do a thumbs up emoji. All opposed, please raise your hand or do a heart emoji. And any abstentions, raise your hand or do a different emoji. Fantastic. Moving on down the agenda, is anyone here for open forum? Seeing none, we will move along to speaker's podium. We have the joy and the privilege of hearing from Senior Vice President for Student Success, Ona Tolliver, this evening. Those of you that have not gotten to know her truly are missing a blessing in your life, but I invited her to speak this evening to kind of close out the semester with some remarks. So if you guys will give her a welcoming round of applause. More applause. We love it. The microphones transmit to our Zoom attendees. They don't amplify.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Hello, Zoom attendees. Thank you guys so much for allowing me an opportunity to come and see you all in person again. This is so nice, isn't it? Haven't we missed this? The last couple of years have been really hard, but I think that the university could not have been in the place that we are now without Student Government Association. So grateful to you guys for staying the course and really your commitment and your dedication to making the student experience better. I know that it's been really an honor for me to work with your leadership. Your team has just been amazing. You guys are always responsive. You're committed to the students. You are always looking out for the best interest of the students, no matter what. So I'm really grateful to you guys for that. We spent the last year with a lot of really fantastic accomplishments, I think, right? We had a referendum that you guys participated in, and you guys nailed it. The process was flawless. You were really vigilant in your efforts to make sure that our community and our students knew what was important about the referendum and their need to vote. You guys helped restore the community, getting students engaged and connected. I mean, I don't know, it seems like a little bird told me that you guys only had one person showing up to midnight breakfast. Is that right? Was it only one? More like 600, wasn't it? Something like that, the best attended midnight breakfast ever. You guys helped the university in our process to reaffirm our ability to grant degrees through the SACS COC, which is our accrediting body. And you guys have been a key and integral part of our strategic planning process that we've undergone, not to mention new logos, new marks, our pending athletic mark. So what you do is so important, and we could not do what we do to serve and support our students without your voice, without your representation, and without your commitment and the leadership that you guys have. I really want to applaud KC and the executive board for all that you guys have done. Anytime I've called on you guys, either you or Landry have stepped in. I see you guys at everything, and I'm so appreciative of your willingness to serve when called upon. You are represented on various university committees. The faculty are always praising you. You guys really are a powerhouse organization, and you really do keep the university moving forward. And so I'm really grateful. I think you're leaving it in great hands. I think Landry's going to do a wonderful job, and you guys have a great leadership team coming on. So I challenge the new senators to make sure that when you guys return, and for those of you who will be working this summer, that you make a point of staying connected with your constituents, always hearing their voice, and always taking an opportunity to gain all the information that you need to make the best recommendations possible to the university, because you will be called upon. I make it part of my mission to include all students, include students in all committees for which I'm responsible for, whether that is a hiring committee, whether that is we're working on a food service committee. We have a student fee advisory committee that's responsible for evaluating and considering all the fees that will be proposed to the president and then later to the Board of Regents, because we are here to serve you, and we're here to make your experiences better and to improve the overall academic experience, and as well as the image of the institution, so that your degrees will continue to have great value. So I thank you for the opportunity to come and say thank you for all you have done this year, and how much I'm really looking forward to all the efforts that you guys are going to put in over the summer and for next year. And congratulations very much to Casey, because she's graduating, and it looks like you guys have brought her, she's referring it to it as her garden. So I thank you guys for always looking out for your president and your executive board. And thank you again for the opportunity to come and visit with you guys tonight. You know where to find me. My office is on the 3rd floor of the UC. My door is always open. In appreciation, I thank you.
You guys are hilarious. Oh my goodness. All right. That was an ample round of applause. Okay, moving on to officer reports. I am proud to give my last officer report. I guess, on Friday I'll be a little bit busy, also Saturday graduating. But past that, I had the opportunity to chat one last time with President Calhoun today. He also extended his gratitude to each of you for your dedicated service. And it was a good opportunity to close out the year with him as well. Commencement committee today. Last week, we met with faculty and staff senate to do a transition with them and make sure that our new executive board is set up for success. And Monday night, we also did the trial run for the safety and accessibility walk that I've talked with you guys about a few times now. I feel that it was a success, definitely in increasing the awareness of our campus and the potential issues with it. So I hope that that initiative will continue with our new executive board and leadership. But it was a great opportunity also just to kind of bring different stakeholder groups together. We had campus security, we had Ona attended, Josh attended, Landry and I attended, faculty senate, staff senate, a variety of stakeholders, facilities. And we have few opportunities to merge groups like that and coincide on an issue. And so that was a great experience. Moving on to Vice President Smith.
So as Casey mentioned, I also participated in the trial run for the safety and accessibility walk. Like she said, we've been actively working on transitions and transitions between different stakeholder groups such as faculty senate, staff senate, me meeting with the incoming presidents for both of those groups. And we've also been working on getting the banquet prepared, and we have everything that we need for it in today. So that's good. And yeah, I think that's it.
I've been working on finishing all the minutes, obviously. And then we're doing the thing where we post, the seniors on our Instagram. That's really sad, but I like doing that. I met with Chloe yesterday. I'm pretty much just getting everything ready for her transition. I think she'll be fine. She's gonna be really good. I'm excited to see what she does. And I'm just getting ready to step down, I guess.
I've been working on a couple of things. One, kind of getting the Excel sheet and the Student Government Association one share file, because how I'm doing things is probably not feasible to Beverly, who's going to be taking over. So I'm getting that organized before she sees it, and must show her. And then I also have to remember to submit my transition document to Casey. I know she's been hounding me about it. I got to do that, but that's about it.
Yes, you can do it. I believe in you. Chief of Staff Bennett.
So I've been talking with multiple different people across campus. I've been talking with Director of Facilities, Andy Kraus, and I will be talking a bit more of that later on in new business. And I've also been working with Matt Kraus over in housing to help get the Residence Hall Association off the ground for next year. And I've been working very closely with Soren to make sure that he has the best ground to get off of whenever he comes in as chief of staff. You're going to do great. Don't worry.
Next up is committee reports. First, we have events.
We did not meet because it's finals week and everybody's feeling the pressure right now. So, well, it's not finals week, but it's,
Finals adjacent.
there's supposed to be a calm before the storm, but it doesn't feel like there is one. So we're just kind of getting into it. But so we didn't meet, but I probably will be messaging people later about what we're going to do as far as setup wise for banquet, and we might even mention a little bit of it tonight. So
Okay, communications.
We didn't meet either. Landry said it wasn't finals week, but anybody that's in a lab knows that it is finals week for a lab. Basically everything that communications would have talked about is what I'm doing right now with the Instagram anyway. So if you want to see what we're doing, just go look at the Instagram.
They're really cute. I hope you guys will check it out. She's working hard on them. SGAC. Do y'all have anything to report?
No, we didn't meet last week either because of the 2-week buffer they have. So the rule is so Bev, next year, 2 weeks when the semester starts, you can't have any meetings, and 2 weeks before the semester ends prior to finals, you can't, you have to stop all the meetings. So we didn't meet last week.
Okay, thank you. Rules committee.
So we did meet. We didn't really do any business. It was pretty much just, hey, this is Soren's show now. So yeah, it's all good.
Okay, and finally, the environmental sustainability committee. Do you have anything to report? Yes, the Earth Day cleanup is 3 to 5. You can RSVP online. Macy sent the link in the group me. I'm signed up to go. Hopefully you will join me. You get some swag, it says. So what more could you want, right? Help the earth, get some swag, win-win. Okay, did you have anything else? All right. Moving on to student voice reports. For our last voice reports of the year, we have engineering and the Houston Engineering Campus. So we'll let JJ go first, and then our Zoom attendees, if you guys would like to report after that. Go ahead, JJ.
So recently I met with Mrs. Jackie Richardson on, encouragement from Chief of Staff Bennett. He helped me just, get to know her a bit more and be able to, join the ambassadors for the engineering college. So therefore to be able to like join their meetings and stuff in the forums and in order to, put more input into the Senate and stuff. So yeah, and finals is coming up. So not much. Everyone's just getting the projects done.
I will turn that off as you're passing it so it doesn't make sound. Okay, first up on my screen is Omar.
Yeah, so April was a little hectic. In the beginning of the month, we had the symposium, which for Steel Bridge, the results weren't there. But I mean, UT Tyler got some awards, so we're very proud of that. And as of now, unfortunately, I missed the breakfast when y'all came down to Houston. And right now, the seniors are, getting prepared for their capstone presentations,
Mhm.
and everybody else is getting ready for finals.
How did your exam go?
Well, we'll see. I still haven't received my results, so we'll see. Fingers crossed.
Okay, let us know. We're invested. Justin?
Not much to report on my end. There was some talk on campus that some students haven't gotten any confirmation on their cap and gowns, but we did get that email today saying that they're going to ship out Friday, next day air, which is great. So I just pass that around to some of the clubs, and hopefully they can pass that off to their seniors. But other than finals, that's about it. Not really much.
Yes, keep me in the loop. I'm on the commencement committee and we talked about that today. So if it continues to be an issue, we need to know with y'all not receiving them. And then I don't know if you all saw Luis's email in response to the minutes, but he's at NASA right now doing a presentation for his engineering. So that's pretty cool. So that's what he's up to. Okay, moving on to old business. Does anyone have anything to bring up? Okay, great. Then we will move on to new business. I entertain a motion to discuss branded items. I will give the floor over to Chief of Staff Bennett.
Okay, it should stay. So as you've probably seen, we're transitioning into a newer logo, and so the flag T is no longer our academic logo, and so we have a lot of stuff being brought down around campus that were part of the buildings. You've probably seen on the side of the College of Business. There's no longer a flag T on the side of there. It is currently actually sitting underneath the parking garage, and so what a lot of it is that it was going to be slated to be destroyed, and so in my opinion, that is really wasteful with the university's assets. And in my opinion, it should, and I've talked with Dr. Kraus on it a lot and he agrees with it. And I've talked with a lot of you as well. And that, it would be a really great way to be able to allow students to be able to have pretty much a portion of this history. He's already talked with archives. Archives gotten whatever they wanted. And so essentially I approached him and I was like, hey, how could it be possible for students, faculty, staff, etc., to be able to procure these items that are coming off? And so we are looking into the legalities of it currently. However, on the chance that we are able to do it, I have come to y'all to ask what possible manners in which we can give these out, or in different manners. And so I want to start with let's start with Brennan.
You could do like auctions or raffles and maybe sell tickets and support a good cause while you're giving away items of the university.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking about proposing a charitable silent auction or something, especially in conjunction with the art department. The fine arts department can really repurpose a lot of these items and create them into something that is even more of value and part of UT Tyler's history.
Just to be clear, what role does student government have in disseminating these? Or does it have any at all?
He asked me what this route would be, and I did not want to be the person to decide that. I wanted the student government to be able to be the ones to decide what role, in what manner we would go about with that.
So you're talking about the big sign. Do you know what that's made out of? I think like maybe someone would be interested in purchasing one of that size, but if you have bigger ones, I don't know how that's feasible of someone buying and hanging in their house or something. But like you said, the art department has a foundry, and it is often on the students to buy our own metal. And it is very intimidating going and buying aluminum. I think it would be more reasonable to donate that to the art department so students have metal to make their art. I think it's kind of homage. So that's my idea. It's donating.
So we have different ones, and it's not only the metal signage either. It's also in the end, each department itself within, say, like if you go into O Hall, there's the big giant O Hall rug that has the flag T and says Fornellis Hall. And so if no one in O Hall wants that, it would eventually essentially fall to facilities to do whatever with that. And it was originally going to be destroyed. Brennan. What?
Okay. So I actually looked into this earlier today. So according to Title 10, Chapter 2175 of the Texas State Code, for the procurement of items from higher education institutions, it refers to the individual system regents. So then I went to the regents, and for Regents Rule 80201 for disposal of property, it does require that there's an auction. If it is below $50,000, you can have one individual that just writes a simple non-disputed, non-competitive check. If it's between 50,000 and 100,000, you have to have a competitive auction. And if it's over $100,000 worth of items, then you have to have the chancellor's approval before you can either get rid of those items to procure them to the public. So that's one thing to keep in mind with this.
All right. So funny thing, you mentioned the rug in O-Hall because about 3 weeks ago, I sent a letter or an email to Shanice asking for that specific rug. And she told me, and I quote, "The old rug will most likely be picked up throughout the summer by facilities and disposed of." So would like O-Hall residents get first dibs at like said O-Hall rug? Or because I mean, I've seen that every day going home, and it's kind of a vibe. Kind of want it as a memory. Yeah, no, I was like asking because like say Brandon wanted it, but he lives in Liberty, but I live in O-Hall. No, hypothetically, would I get like first dibs since I live there over Brandon?
A lot of the ideas I'm taking from this, I'm going to bring to Dr. Kraus and see what would be most feasible. Yes. Oh yeah, you gotta come
down.
over here.
You don't reach.
Yeah, this is like the furthest extent it goes. Or yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah, so Senior Vice President Tolliver came up with the idea to essentially hold a drawing and have each of the items worth a different amount to be able to get in on it. Is that correct? For scholarships.
If we weren't able to do that for some reason, could we like, whenever you say disposed, are you talking about like it's recycled? Or is it just destroyed?
Some of them can be recycled, some of them cannot.
Is most like whatever can be recycled? Okay.
But either way, it would be essentially a waste of university resources if we could go about it in a better manner. And we have a lot of things that are coming down, and also not only the stuff with the flag T, but also if you go underneath the parking garage over there, you will actually see the metal chairs over there at the UC. So all those backs that now have the new designs on them, they used to have the old UT with the star in the center. And there's a ton of those just sitting over there, and he agreed to throw those in as well, along with any others that we come up with. So I have a raffle drawing for scholarships. I have, what did you say? Okay, or charity, and then auctions. Okay. Brandon.
I have an idea, but I guess it'd be directed more towards Una and Josh.
Mhm.
So say for like smaller stuff, so not like kind of things that could be used or like reused or like the giant flag tee, but say like the light up flag tee that's over by the ballroom. Would it be possible for maybe like you see your student engagement or something, like buy those and then give them out as like prizes for like events and stuff?
So that one would, it's the same thing. It would fall under facilities, and then it would be, and then we can decide whatever to do with that. But a lot of this probably wouldn't happen until next semester. And so as we're going throughout the summer, we can keep on having these discussions kind of informally.
So I think if we do any like the scholarship, anything like that, really involve the alumni, and we can even do like the alumni association, bring in like the SGA alumni thing, and just make it like this huge event maybe.
To have it be like a physical event whenever we do it. Okay. Yeah, Alicia said that we can also do it online as well.
Well, I mean, it would be like an actual auction. You list them online, people
Mhm.
can review it, consider, and then the actual auction occurs at a set time in person.
Anyone else? Well, I really appreciate your feedback. It's a lot of things to really take back to them, and I'm excited. Thank y'all so much.
I entertain a motion to close discussion on this topic. Thank you. Does anyone? Obviously on new business, I also have the swearing in, but before we get to that, I want to make sure we address any additional new business so that we're not handling that after. So does anyone have any other new business to bring up? Nope. Everybody's good until next September, potentially? Speak now or forever hold your peace. All right. Seeing none, I'd like to entertain a motion to begin the 2022-2023 swear-ins. Okay, so let me give you guys an overview of how this is going to go. I will swear in Landry, and at that point, he is president, and I will sit down, and then he will swear in his executive board. And then we have a couple of appointments. You and is Kaylin here? Kaylin, welcome. So both of you will have an opportunity as appointments to speak on why you'd like the seat that you're being appointed for, and they will vote on it. And then after that, Landry will swear in all of the senators at once. Does that kind of make sense? Great. And at that point, incoming President Smith will have the opportunity to continue his meeting. Yes. Thank you for that clarification. So swear in, talk, vote, swear in again. Okay, got it. Thank you. And then at that point, he takes over the meeting. We have potentially an entire other agenda, but typically the end of the meeting. Okay. This is the last time I'm speaking to you as president. I told you guys already. Hey, I set the expectation. Hey, point of order. Thank you. I don't need to do that on that desk. Yes. All right. So does anyone have any questions before we get started? What? It's been an honor serving with all of you. Don't worry. What? Don't worry. You will get all of the words and all of the tiers of banquet. So don't worry yourself. I'd like to invite Landry up. Where's okay? Here's the other mic. Someone better get a video of these. Okay, this is important stuff. All right. So congratulations, first of all. The way this will work, you'll raise your right hand and I will read it in sections. You'll repeat it back. And where it says insert name, of course, you say your name. And where it says office of insert position, you'll say office of the president. All right.
All right.
All
Is
right.
this working? Just making sure before. So that'd be awkward if I'm halfway through it and it's not saying anything.
It's not picking up. Turn it off and back on.
Like it is right now.
Try again.
Hello. Is it working? Can y'all hear me?
Let me see.
Hello.